Welcome to Nightly News.
It's another week.
Another week.
Another Nightly News. Oh, you're looking a bit red today.
Yeah.
Like redder than usual. Like usually you're quite red and this brings it out in your face, but today you're blending in quite a lot with it.
Yeah, you see, we went to the Shadlands.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
we got really red. We were out in the sun for a long time. Started a bonfire. It was huge. Got video of it. We'll put some here. Yeah. So, oh yeah, by the way, that's my arm that you can see in the video before being out in the sun for like 8 hours, and got pretty red.
Just gonna make sure we can see. Oh yeah, we can. Oh my
Pretty red, yeah. So it was warm. Towards the end, when everyone had packed up and it was just me, Shad, and the kids, the car wouldn't start. So I had to go back and forth across the Shadlands, running some errands, while Shad tried to sort things out on his end. And it was a lot of fun. My legs are sore, though.
And Chad's recovering now, isn't he? That's why he's not here with us today, because it took it all out of him.
Tell you what, I went to bed at 12, and I woke up at 6, and I don't feel tired. I slept like a baby. My body was like, funk, get that, just repair. I'm feeling great this morning, feeling nice and relaxed.
That's good. It's weird how depleting all your energy just gives you a good night's sleep. Like when your body's just absolutely fatigued,
Then you feel great in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that too. Sometimes, on one day I went on a hike, and then that night I just slept the best because of, and after during the hike your legs feel like crap because they're just
Yeah.
But then after it, your legs just because my circulation isn't always the best.
Yeah.
And
well,
so
I mean, you have had the jab, haven't you? I'm kidding.
No, it's because we sit at a desk all day.
Yeah.
And we sit in our butts, and then I drive home for an hour, and so and then I go home, eat dinner, sit on the couch, and go my legs don't get much circulation, and so after that hike.
Sorry,
I know what you're
something dirty.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so Chad's not.
Was I right though?
You were right, but we're ignoring that.
Classic. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why Chad's not here, because you guys had a big day yesterday.
Well, no, the reason Shad's not here is because he has a brain-splitting headache. Apparently, what do they call it? A
Migraine.
Oh, I was going to call it a
Feminist.
Nice.
A lefty.
What's her name? Amy Schumer, something like that.
Who's that comedian?
Who? Amy Schumer?
Is that Amy Schumer?
Hannah Gatsby?
Yeah, Hannah Gatsby, that was the one. Yeah.
No, I call Hannah Gatsby.
We cut it, but you can guess what Oz said.
Yeah.
So we're doing news topics?
Wrong app. Yes, we're doing
news topics.
Open mutual. Right. This week on Nightly News, let's all swipe.
Swipe right.
Alright.
Ladies, comment down below.
Oh, we're past that now.
No.
We're long past that. Okay, so I'm thinking, do you want to do the LGB one first, or just quickly?
What's the LGB one?
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh yeah, sure. We'll start off with some politics.
Start off with some politics,
and we'll go back and forth. I think last week was good between the personal news and the world news. It's fun. So,
last week, 3 different versions of the same song, Let's Go Brandon, were at the number 1, 2, and 3 spot, and also down to number 8 was another version of the song, on iTunes. And it was banned off YouTube. And it's funny that they banned it off YouTube, because one of the lyrics in the song is... Where is it? Let's go Brandon. You ask questions, they start banning. A. What's some other ones? Biden said the jab would stop the spread. It was lies. How you woke, but you ain't opened your eyes. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Oh man, this is a great song. Look at Australia. That's what's coming next if we don't stand up. That is what's coming if you don't stand up. Anyway.
Yeah, those bills are a bit scary, aren't they?
They are a bit scary. Yeah. Mr. D, we won't say his name, wants to rule by decree. Yep. So he's signing all of his legislation in the blood of innocence. He's a bad man. Anyway, yeah, so...
As all politicians are.
As almost all politicians
are. It's a very small pool of, decent people.
Not all politicians are the same, okay? But...
they've all got a bit of corruption in them.
Yeah.
They got this somehow. That's I think that's the main reason why I just hate talking about politics, because at the end of the day you can find fault in almost every single one of them, and not like a human fault, like he forgot left his kids at soccer practice, like a more major corrupt. He forgot.
Like 2 years.
He never got them.
Never got back.
They're still waiting there now.
Yeah, under the field though.
But yeah, okay, so that song went viral because of.
Song went viral because people are sick of, let's just say, world events.
Where did the Brandon thing come from?
Brandon? Yes. So, people around the United States have been chanting. Silence. I'll turn this.
That's unprofessional, Oz.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I apologize.
And here we are, very professional.
I have dishonored you. So, people around the United States at sporting events and stuff like that, entire stadiums of people have been chanting F Joe Biden, right? With the F being the full word. And so it was a phenomenon that's been happening for a while now, a few months. And then there was a NASCAR rally where a woman went to go and interviewed the guy who'd won right next to a stand that was full of a crowd, right? And the crowd was chanting F Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And then the news presenter was like, oh, they're even chanting, let's go Brandon. And so that's the thing that made it take off more, because conservatives are mostly Christian, or well, you're more likely to be a Christian conservative.
Yeah.
And they're more likely to say, let's go Brandon, instead of F Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So that's how it spread, and then it turned into a song. Then that song became really popular, and it got banned off YouTube. Now, they say they banned it because of medical misinformation. But do you want to know where that actually came from?
Where?
The medical misinformation is from a quote, like literally Biden's recorded voice saying something about the thing that was medical misinformation. Where he said, if you get it, you can't get the thing. Which is medical misinformation.
Yeah. Ironic, isn't it?
This is demon world that we live in, man. Just like cursed earth. Hurry up. Wrap this thing up, please.
No, we've got to stick it out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, endure till
And you know what? Some people have been sticking it out for a long time.
Yeah.
The day Shad's dad was like, yeah, people went through, another plague, World War One, World War Two. Like, imagine living through that era and then being like, is it done? Are we over now? And then it's like, nah, you got to keep on going.
That's a good point. He did live through this era. Shad's dad isn't that old.
But we jokingly say.
Yeah. You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
He reminds me of Alex Jones. He looks like him a little bit.
What?
Just older.
That man. Every week it's like, you know who Shad's dad reminds me of? And you always just say some like... father figure? I don't know what to expect.
No, I don't see Alex Jones or Shad's dad as a father figure. What are you talking about?
Anyway,
yeah.
What's the next news topic, Oz?
Next news is back up your Skyrim, because when they released the anniversary edition, because obviously it's time for a new edition of Skyrim, like we don't have enough already.
I know, it's been 5 years, what?
Yeah, but how long?
Has it been 5 years? I don't know.
It's been
I
a
just
while.
assume every 5 years they just do a new edition.
I assume that when Todd Howard comes out of hibernation mode, he's finished that edition, and so that's when they release it.
Right.
Because it's made on his dreams.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
while he goes into hibernation,
So during the winter,
Matrix.
he has worked for the new Skyrim.
but the winter for his home planet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he wasn't in the chess club on Earth. He was in
On
another
that
planet.
video, I saw that too. The chess club.
I was in the chess club. No, you weren't, Todd. You liar.
That's a conspiracy that I am all for.
What if he was in the chess club, but like the 4D chess club? Like he's playing a higher level.
Not the 3D
game.
one?
Not
your standard 3D chess, Oz?
I've got something to say to you. No, I won't. Not your standard 3D chess. Alright, yeah, so the new update... Sorry, just let me get the hatred out of my system for a sec. The new update will break the mods of Skyrim that you have installed. It'll probably break SKSE, maybe. So,
Do you know why? Or just because...
It's because there's like... You know how when you download or install certain programs, it's like install Microsoft... like Live Works, whatever the hell it's called, that background. Yeah, so it's because it breaks that, apparently.
Right.
Maybe. Who knows? But there's some things you can do to protect yourself. Search YouTube, how to back up Skyrim. you know, or how to stop Skyrim from breaking, stuff like that.
So is it just the new legendary version, like
The anniversary edition.
the special edition? Like if you have just standard original Skyrim, it won't break. It'll be fine.
Skyrim will be getting updated.
All Skyrims.
Yeah.
Every Skyrim.
Every special edition, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the original edition won't be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
It is
because
confusing.
You got different generations of consoles,
Yep.
and PCs, and different versions on PC, and so.
And the fact they've managed to have all these different versions on different consoles, different editions, you know,
And it's all the same game.
and it's all the same game,
all the same.
just goes to show you that either we're the world's dumbest consumers or they're the world's smartest company. Either way, I will purchase the anniversary edition because it's just what I have. We all have to. We don't have a choice.
You know what I reckon? Okay,
What?
Skyrim's become such a keystone to the culture of gaming. I think even once Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, and even 7, we will still be getting Skyrim remasters.
Yeah. And when we get into the Metaverse stuff, you can bet when I get my brain uploaded into it, I will be living in Whiterun Breeze Home.
Are we going to talk about the Metaverse now?
Not yet, not yet.
That's further down.
So, for the Skyrim Anniversary Edition, they're including, I'm pretty sure, all of the, what's it called?
Expansions.
It's the Content Club. It'll be all of their Content Club, well, content, included into it. I'm not sure what to go with mods will be going forward, because there's so many great, incredible mods. There's one thing that I found that you can do. So there's a program called Wabberjack, which is a program which people can upload their mod packs, which is their entire mods lists, and it automatically downloads and installs all of them for you, all optimized perfectly, you know, with using Mod Organizer, all in its own little game folder with the base game backup in there as well, and all of the mods downloaded and installed there as well. So I've downloaded like 4 separate mod packs over the past few weeks. So that's like over 1,000 mods, all in my downloads folder, 3 different versions of Skyrim mod packs installed, and you can just play all of them at any time, and they're all separate from the base game in Steam. It's incredible.
That's
so just
amazing.
download Wabberjack. Yeah,
There you go.
there you go. All right. Anything you have to say about Skyrim? How many mods do you have on Skyrim?
Just ones you installed for me.
Really? Just on that computer?
Yeah. I actually haven't really got. I haven't gotten enough into Skyrim to get into the mod section of it. I know it's sad, Oz, but like.
Did you get it in 2011?
No. I wanted to, but
Your mum said that's witchcraft in there.
no.
No way.
We just like what had come out before?
Oblivion.
It was probably either like Black Ops 2 or something like that. I got for Christmas and I had to wait until like, you know, the end of the year to get the next game. But then GTA 5 came out.
Ah.
And so it's like
So when we get into playing Skyrim on PC, that'll be like your first intro into it, basically.
like my first real, because I have got it on PC and I've played through like I'd probably say 8 hours of it.
Only 8 hours?
Yeah.
Dude, those are
I know.
Those are novice numbers.
They
You
are
gotta bump
weak
those numbers
hours, but
that is potentially the weakest hours. Even children that haven't been born yet have at least finished the main quest line. They have defeated Alduin, the Bane of Kings.
yeah, no, I haven't. I never got to it because then Fallout 4 came out and like I was late to the party and it's a big game and other things that like I appreciate Skyrim. I think Bethesda's an amazing game studio, but like when it comes to fantasy stuff, if I had to choose between Fallout and Skyrim, or just Elder Scrolls in general, I'd pick the Fallout setting more because I like that
Yeah.
post war era.
Yeah. I've played both. I think I have probably over like 500 hours on both, right? Now, Fallout 4 has better mechanics, like probably I don't like the combat in Fallout 4, but the base building. If they're that in Skyrim, that's the only thing that it has over Skyrim. Everything else is worse. Skyrim is better in every way except for its base building, and the base building is a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just my preference, you know.
Yeah,
People
fair
can
enough.
put
You're incorrect,
fantasy.
but you're allowed to have that opinion.
You're wrong, but it's okay.
I respect your invalid opinion.
Yes. Okay.
I'm kidding. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, next. Eternals is going to be awful, and I've maintained that this whole time.
We've all agreed, I think, at game nights here that it's going to be trash.
Yeah. But no one has agreed more with me than me. So,
Ain't
Sorry.
that the truth?
Yeah. Well, sorry. Except for the comments.
Yeah, the ones you pick out. Control F Oz.
Okay. Who here agrees
I
with
could
me?
do the same.
Can I read one of the comments I saw the other day? It's a hate comment against me, but it just made me really happy to read it. Can I read it out? Do you mind?
Sure.
Because it's good stuff. Is it just me, or is Oz physically incapable of getting through a video without referencing right-wing conspiracy theory S? Freemasons, Alex Jones, Minecraft, and 9/11. A whole segment, a whole tangent about 9/11, in fact. All of that in a mere 10 minutes, while ostensibly talking about an unrelated movie. So, to answer your first question.
And this was on the Dune.
This is on the Dune Life review.
Yeah.
Is Oz physically incapable of getting through a video without referencing right-wing conspiracy theory S? No. Yeah, I'm not.
You can't get through an hour without, like, doing that. The only time that you've done that is when you're out in the Shadowlands chopping wood or whatever.
You know how Muslims wake up in the middle of the night to pray? I wake up in the middle of the night and be like, I got a conspiracy theory, people! Alex Jones literally is channeled through my mind. I took
It's
Super
just
Male
Oz's
Vitality.
personality and his interests.
I took Super Male Vitality and it joined me to his hive mind.
Right. This is now comment review.
This is our comment review. Just
Reading your comments.
I did comment on this, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason it hasn't come through. I basically said, like, so I'm a Christian conservative, okay? Those are the references and things that I find funny. What would you prefer I talk about? Climate change?
Please don't.
Gender? You know? Who we should censor? No, I'm not a lefty, so I won't talk about those things. You know? I save all that lefty stuff for this guy. I'm kidding.
Here's the issue with Oz, right? Because he's so right-leaning, I look like a lefty. It's like when you're in America, and they're like, free healthcare, and everyone's like, no!
Well,
Socialism!
You're a communist?
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like,
Yeah, I'm a commie.
I'm right-leaning, I reckon. Just not as much as... Oh, no, because you're so
To them
vocal
you
about
are.
it.
To them you are.
Yeah.
But to me, you're the other way.
I'm just...
Look, you're not a lefty.
No.
But watching ABC is close.
Oh my gosh, Oz.
No, but here's...
How can I live this down, guys?
How can you live down ABC?
How can I live down ABC?
Well, just like someone saying the N-word is like a sin for them, you watching the ABC is a sin. It's the original sin. No, I'm not a Catholic. I don't believe in original sin. Yeah, so that was that meme. The rest of the comments were, it was an explosion, Shad, and jet fuel can't melt still memes.
Comment section.
Anyway,
I love you guys.
So there's that comment to that person who didn't deserve a response, but no less got one. Let's go back to the news. Alright, so Eternals is looking like it's going to be awful. That's a long circular tangent right there.
Yeah, it was. Hi, Shad.
Hi.
Yeah, I think we all agreed that in the trailer it looked very sucky.
Yes.
Too many characters that we
Don't care about.
Don't care about.
Yep.
A plot that just seems
Contrived at best.
and not at all grounded in the MCU.
No, it seems almost like religious in the sense that it's like they're just doing this massive thing that goes beyond anything that we've seen before.
Again.
Like, and there's no setup for it. There's none. I want to say religious, I mean like they're trying to put gods on screen now, essentially.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, I think the MCU needs to draw back a bit from.
Go
Actually,
smaller.
I don't know. I don't even know with the MCU.
I say go smaller.
Yeah, I say go smaller, but also I'm like, but you got to go big or go home.
Well, go back to, like, look at what they're doing for Spider-Man. They're putting Spider-Man with Doctor Strange. Do Marvel team up, you know? Why not put, I don't know, who's a racist superhero?
A race? Oh.
Oh, technically Thor. Let's put Thor
Thor.
with Black Panther. Oh, wait, we can't do that anymore.
Sad.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Anyway, are we going to see the Eternals?
And are we going to see it? Yes, we are going to see it.
Okay.
See, this is woke the movie, right? This is literally woke Marvel. This is them being like, let's test this woke stuff a bit further.
How's it work though?
Because
Like, explain to me.
it has all of the diversity they could possibly ask
it is
for.
the diversity team.
It's
yeah.
literally got some
IKEA furniture,
IKEA furniture.
which my house is full of.
Yeah. they've literally been advertising, oh, this is the first gay kiss on screen in a Marvel movie. Like, just keep pushing it out.
Because that did great for the DCU.
Yeah. Tell you what, it won't be in the China edition, will it?
No.
Or the Russian edition.
Actually, that reminds me, kind of related but off topic. In the Dune poster, in the Chinese version, they took off the black chick.
Yeah, got rid of the doctor lady.
Yeah.
Got her name.
That's racist.
That is racist.
That's not good.
And
shame on you, China.
So they're not going to have the gay kiss on screen in the edition that goes to the Middle East, the edition that goes to China, or the edition that goes to Russia. Just the Western countries.
But... Okay.
Anyway, and yeah, the movie just looks awful. Like, Angelina Jolie, I hadn't seen her since... When was the last time I saw her? In Wanted. That movie. James McAvoy from, like, 2006. Anyway, it's
gone back.
It's been a long time. Yeah, the movie looks awful. Anyone could have called it just by watching the trailer.
And the reviews are coming in that it sucks.
Yep, and this is by the critics. The critics who literally go up to the mouse's balls, right, and lick the cheese off them.
WandaVision's so good.
Oh, yeah, give it an Emmy.
Captain America, Winter Soldier. So good.
No, Winter Soldier was so good. Winter Soldier was incredible.
No, but the TV series.
Oh.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Captain America, Winter Soldier.
Anthony Mackie is not Captain America. It just doesn't work like that.
But he got the shield, didn't he?
Yeah, okay, but you remember what we were talking about with Superman before? When you destroy something that belongs to someone else as well, you no longer belong it. It no longer belongs to you. It's like the let's cut the baby in two.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, no. Why are you making, why are you getting rid of the American part of Superman? That'll destroy it. Because it does. And so, therefore, it belongs to you, the person who's concerned about not destroying it. Anyway. So, yeah, no, Anthony Mackie is not... He's barely even an Avenger. This guy's an Avenger. His real name's Clarence. That's an 8 Mile reference. Have you seen 8 Mile?
No.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Because Anthony Mackie's in it.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Movie looks awful. It's going to fail.
We have to go see it.
We will go and
make
see it.
a video review roundtable discussion on
Yeah.
it. I mean, I'm happy to go and eat some popcorn and stuff, and I'm looking forward to that as an experience. But
I don't drink or do drugs anymore, right? But I would really love to go and see this movie baked out of my mind. Just to be like a cackling hyena in the audience, just laughing and throwing things at the screen. Okay, so, yeah, Halloween happened.
it did. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, all people who follow that holiday. We don't in Australia, but a lot of us do. It's mainly for the kids.
It's an excuse to dress up.
Yeah.
Do something fun. Get lollies and chocolate and
go knock on strangers' doors and ask them to give our children diabetes. Just fun stuff like that.
yeah. That happened.
In America, where everyone has a shotgun behind their door for some reason, they just love doing it. I don't know why.
Because the children.
The
They dress
children.
up as all the pop culture, meme funny stuff.
All right, sweetheart, go knock on that door and ask for candy and tell me what they're packing.
Just to know what the neighbors...
Just know what the neighbours got. When the Civil War happens, man, it's gonna have the reconnaissance children just going door to door. Anyway, that's
wait.
all you Americans out there. Rest in peace soon. Sorry. What were you gonna
Halloween
say?
happened. It's a lot sadder in Australia. Like, it isn't as big, but like in some suburban areas,
Yeah.
you have little houses and stuff. So it's still fun. It's still a good family event. It's kind of like at Christmas when you have like little Christmas villages people make at their houses. There's
Yeah.
a few of those around, which is...
And that's cool because
Yeah.
that's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But this is too close to the beginning of the year, even though it's a month.
Although, I will admit, so we next to this as well, over the weekend I went shopping with the wife and went to Maya. And the first thing we saw when walking in the doors were Christmas trees and Christmas songs.
Yeah.
And Mariah Carey just singing.
Oh, Mariah Carey has awakened.
Yeah. It's not even November for us yet, and it's already started. Which this year, you know what, I'm okay with. I'm okay with Christmas early this year. I could go with the good vibes.
Scientists have actually been tracking the hibernation pattern of Mariah Carey, and she's been coming one day sooner for the past 20 years. They're worried that eventually every day,
It would just be Christmas.
in 100 years, every day will be Mariah Carey singing.
But no, that was... I'm looking forward to Christmas. Just My first Christmas.
Yeah, we'll look back on the terrific year we've had and...
Hey, we started working here. We started this channel.
Yep.
Lots of exciting things happened. Bad things happened too. I understand that, but like... I mean, if this year didn't happen, you wouldn't even be here.
Like I'd be dead?
You would still be back in the land of Mad Max.
Oh yeah, in Mad Maxville, yeah, in the loneliest city on the planet. Yeah. I don't think we're going to make it to 2029. I think the world will end then.
I doubt it.
You reckon?
I reckon we'll make it past then.
I hope you're wrong. Well, actually, kind of do, kind of don't. Okay, so, yeah, for Halloween celebrations, went to the Shadlands with, I got to tag along with Shad's whole family. It was great. Everyone told stories about spiders. We lit up a big bonfire and it burnt away like that. What else happened? I got really bad sunburn. I felt like we already talked about this.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was just talking about my
shopping.
weekend.
Shopping with the missus. All right, let's move on to the biggest part of the discussion.
Oh, okay.
Metaverse, the Matrix, the Borg, you know... The lizard, the mark of the beast. This is the thing you wear upon your forehead. It's the VR. Just, look, man. If the shoe fits... Am I wrong?
Yes. Because I think you're wrong.
So, yeah. Metaverse looks like pure evil. Dystopian nightmare.
So good old Mark Zuckerberg. They did a rebrand of Facebook.
Yeah.
Rebranded it. Well, what Google did back in the day when they changed to Alphabet or something.
Yeah, but
they just made a new branch that they could do their own thing, and Google stayed.
Yeah,
as Google.
Something that won't be answerable to the United Nations or the US government.
So they branched off to Meta. Facebook's still a social platform, but now Meta's kind of their branch where they want to expand to the Metaverse. Which I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they do the same thing that the React bros did with the word React, that they'll just try and incorporate the word Meta and Metaverse.
They already stole someone else's logo.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
It was so dumb.
I'd sue. That's a cash cow right there. They stole our thing? Okay, let's sue Facebook for, I don't know, $2 billion? Probably not that much, but a few $100 million. I mean, they're a wellness app, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're like strict on privacy.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So it's really funny.
Oh, dude, could you imagine if we let Facebook, and they probably already have it, because the stuff they're talking about, they want to be able to record what our face movements are, so they can put that into the game. They're going to be able to completely copy like your entire persona, how you walk, how you talk, how your face moves. Like, I mean, oh,
they will know.
They will know.
Once you give you ads.
They'll know, you know. Oh, it's literally 15 million credits from Black Mirror. It's exactly that. They're doing some crazy stuff, man. Like, what's some stuff they're doing? You tell the people.
Okay, there's so many... Because most of their Connect conferences are like, here's what we're working on and we're going to be out, the next coming year. Were they working on a dating app?
I hope not.
They were working on a dating app years ago, but I've never seen it.
I don't want them choosing
it just
where
never
my...
came out.
I don't want them choosing where my genetic seed goes, okay? Like, they already choose enough for me.
But so they announced that they're going to start building the Metaverse. And so they've got Oculus, and the Quest 2 has performed really well, and so they're announcing some new things with that, but a lot of it was kind of pitching for the future and what they're hoping things to be like. And we watched parts of the conference, and I think it was very much between a very cringy like Netflix series and a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah, it's very scary that we're going this quickly into the future and no one's putting the brakes on, you know?
When it comes to the technology that they're presenting...
It's very cool.
There are obviously some very cool things and very helpful things as well.
Yeah.
For example, I have a sister who lives in Germany.
And
it's very expensive to get to Germany. And so if we had this technology where I could be in the same room as her and her family, that's awesome. I lived overseas for a while, and it's hard to see them as well. Because again, flights are expensive. And Mark does say, hey, if you can just teleport to someone to see them, it's a lot cheaper than buying a flight and traveling. Like, it's not the same. I don't think it will ever be the same as be like in the same room.
Well,
as
yeah,
them.
of course not,
But-
because it's not real.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think, yes, there are some good things that will come from this. The way that they presented it, though, and the kind of their focus felt very off-putting and quite terrifying.
Yeah, but that's the thing, what you're talking about, the technology. If, let's say, there was a rogue planet hurtling towards Earth, and the US government's like, don't worry, we have a Death Star laser that can destroy that planet before it hits Earth.
It'd be like,
Great.
sweet.
But then Facebook comes out and says, don't worry, we have a Death Star ray that can destroy that planet before it hits Earth. I'd be like, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like, oh yeah, we'll just turn our Death Star around to face the planet instead of the Earth.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? No, thank you.
So, I'm not saying that the technology is bad. I think the motives for having it, and I'm more concerned about the online economy, NFTs, the way that they're going to practically fund the creation of everything. Because they're going to make the platform, but then they're going to depend on everyone else, all the creators and programmers and developers, to build the content. And I'm more concerned about how that's going to play ahead.
Before you go into any business venture, you do a cost-benefit analysis, right? Facebook's entire business model has been on selling data. They've been able to sell this data based on things that you look at, things you spend time reading and watching and stuff like that, and sites you visit, and they've built an entire portfolio on who you are as a person. Now imagine what they're going to do when they can figure out what your facial movements are, if they don't do that already with the front-facing cameras, you know, and every other thing, all the other information you'll put into this little device that'll tell them everything about you. Maybe they'll even read your bloody thoughts at that point. Who knows? They'll be able to tell your pupil dilation when you get certain stimuli. Now, this sounds conspiracy theory.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's not. Because here's the crazy thing to us, is that they can already tell the moods you're in and, like, all the stuff for you just by seeing how you click on a screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear.
They know when you're tired, when you're feeling a bit interested in a certain something, when you're hungry.
Oh, what's that mean?
You know.
Move on.
You know. They can tell all of that just from the way you scroll on a page.
Okay.
Because obviously, if there's a feed and there's like a picture of family, picture of food, a picture of a certain friend of yours that you used to have a little thing for back in the day, they can tell, okay, he's scrolling the food for a bit, he's probably either interested in that deal or hungry, and they can see as well, because depending on how you scroll will also tell what parts you're looking at.
Really?
Yeah. And so they can get all that data and just figure out from that.
You know, I've always hated phones. I've always hated using them because they weren't as powerful as computers, you know, but they were... I don't want this little black device that tells evil people everything about me. I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
You shouldn't like it either, you know? In fact, what you should do is if you're watching this video, please like, subscribe, comment, leave that account and never use it again, go make another account and do the same thing. If everyone...
It'll help our data.
Yeah, it would help us a lot and help you a lot because they won't track you anymore.
Yeah.
It'll be a brand new clean slate for you.
You know what I've been slowly been doing though? I've been slowly stepping away from the bigger stuff. I've been slowly, like, occasionally I go to like the Linux platforms, open source stuff, and like I can't just cold turkey leave Facebook because of all the things that are connected to that. Same with Google, like my bloody Google Drive's full of just like years of memories and
ABC recordings, stuff like that. No, sorry.
and like YouTube, it's
Yeah.
like connected to that, and so certain things I know I can't get away from, but like my more personal things, like salaries and bills and like, I mean the other thing is with the government is it's like it sucked that nothing was connected with our government. So if you're doing tax and passports, they don't really communicate and talk together. It was annoying at times because, for example, if you want to change your name or you change your address, you've got to go to each individual one to change stuff. But at the same time, it's good when they aren't all connected and they aren't all reading. Like when you move house and the electoral commission is like, hey, another government agency told us you moved, so we know where you live. It's a bit scary when stuff like that happens.
It is scary when the government, like, you know, is ominous towards you.
Yeah. And so I'm stepping back from certain platforms. I think, okay, no, That's not the correct way to do it. I will always be on new platforms to experience them, but I'm a lot more careful on the data that I give them and how much time I spend on them. And this is the same thing I'm going into with this Metaverse. I'm going to experience it because there's going to be some good from it. But I'm going to be very cautious, especially with the online currency and marketplaces and stuff like that. Because it's the same with crypto. It's like you can invest $100 and, obviously become a billionaire, but at the same time you can also lose that $100.
Look, we'll know the tree from its fruits, but I just don't like the look of it.
And Second Life did this in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Second Life.
like the whole economy and everything, that's all been done before.
Yeah.
And we've seen where it's taken us.
And we've seen the digital, social environments in VR chat and all that.
Yeah, they were showing all this stuff like, oh, look how cool this thing is. And I'm like, bro, I play VR poker and this is the exact thing, but...
Yeah. You play VR poker?
Yeah.
Texas Hold'em?
Yeah. On the Quest 2. And because there's a part of the conference they start and they're all playing cards and this person's floating around the room and being all like
The
doing
cringiest
stuff.
thing I've ever seen. Imagine that, and when it comes to reality, it's going to be the glitchiest thing.
Yeah,
that's literally, it's going to be a glitch. That wasn't designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the annoying thing watching this presentation was that how much they were beautifying it.
Yeah.
Where it was not going to look this good. And Facebook went down a little while ago. What's the bet that everyone's going to be riding on the Metaverse and then the service is going to close down and then stuff breaks? Because I don't like having so much dependence on platforms like this.
Me too, because it's all centralized. Once it goes down.
Yeah. Like, recently we've had lots of, wind, heavy rain and stuff, and my family, some of them haven't had internet, and they're like, we don't have any movies to watch anymore, because we were all watching it online, and now they got rid of all the movies, because, it was junk to them.
Yeah. This is why you should all engage in internet piracy.
No.
If it's illegal in your country, don't do it. But if it's not...
You don't do it.
Like if you live in Somalia, perhaps, where there is no crime. Because nothing's illegal.
And DVDs aren't that expensive now because of how much people are...
I just... free.
Oz, if you have a job and you have money, you want to help those industries.
You want to help Hollywood?
If they make a good movie, I want to give them my money and say, okay, make more of this.
So if I bought a ticket to a movie that was produced by, I don't know, the Weinstein Company, money has
that is up to your discretion.
My money has directly gone to Mr. Weinstein, who then, in turn, didn't pay Jennifer Lawrence to perform sexual favors for him. Okay, so just saying. Hopefully,
again, that's so stuff like that is up to your personal discretion. But me personally, it's like I want to buy, and people have different opinions on where their money goes and how they spend it. And you know what? It's your money, so you can pick.
Well, after years of, I won't say who, doing internet piracy for movies and games and stuff, I do end up getting subscriptions to services to watch the movies I pirated years ago to watch with friends over Discord, So, yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's very important that we back up our data, that we have, localized data, and we aren't so dependent on these Metaverse things, because I feel like that's going to be very scary for some people.
Yeah. Well, Tim Pool, he's the journalist that me and Shad really like. He's working with some people to make, what's called a Fetaverse, which is a decentralized node structure for people to have social media websites, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope that becomes the future. Once the collapse happens, and it will, I hope that we have decentralized technology for basically every service. I think that'll be the best. Imagine if everyone's got 3D printers, everyone's got their own food at home that they can grow,
Just become self-reliant, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if everyone had their own server box at home, which had their Facebook, their own movie storage,
And you could only give permission for those people who we wanted to give that to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe that there was community hubs that people had set up and they could rent servers to other people.
Yeah.
Stuff. If we had that, we wouldn't need Facebook stealing all of our data.
The only issue is, though, that people are lazy and they would rather someone else do it for them That's why all these big corporations are so successful, is because
Someone did it for them.
yeah, instead of Chad having to go and print books and store books and get addresses from customers, just Amazon does all that for him.
That's true. But there's no reason to say that can't happen on,
Yeah, if you have, I think the idea of community hubs is really good.
Yeah.
But again, Facebook kind of was that in the beginning because it was a college website, and then it expanded.
You know the book The Martian that became a movie?
Yeah.
That book was actually posted on a blog in the form of like the Martian living up there posting his data entries,
That's
right?
cool.
It was brought out weekly, right? It became so popular that people begged him to turn it into a book. He did that. Guess how much he sold the book for on his own? $1. And then it got picked up by a publishing company, and then it became a movie with Matt Damon. Okay? So, decentralized stuff makes it big.
I think so too, and I think that's what they're trying to do with Facebook and Metaverse, because he did say that we're going to make fees low and creators have all the freedom that they want. They're trying to decentralize it while it's still being on their platform.
They're still going to be selling our data.
Yeah, and they're still going to be making profit off of everything, because at the end of the day, that's what they do.
Oh, let them make profit.
Yeah.
That's great, but I'd prefer it wasn't off my data.
Yeah, prefer it was ethical. But I think with Facebook, they learned from their mistake of what they did
transparency.
With transparency, and so I think this next step for them is going to be as transparent and as looking as, I don't think they're going to be ethical, but I think they're trying to give the appearance of it. I think they're going to be for the developers, for the players, for families and whatever, they're going to be cheap services, cheap hardware, everything's going to be very open and seem very cool because they need it to build the platform. But then I feel like if everyone jumps on that because they are open and successful, then they're going to turn into Skynet.
Yeah. I was worried you were going to go the other way and say, once they've gotten all the power and all the money, then they'll be good.
No, they won't.
You were going to say
because once they have the grasp on, it's like
it's like any monopoly.
It's like any tech company, basically. It's like they start off small, like Adobe. Bloody Adobe.
Yeah. I thought it was Adobe.
Adobe.
I call it Adobe because it sounds more fun.
Yeah, Adobe.
Adobe, but Adobe's cool.
At first they...
Not to be confused with Adobe.
Oh my gosh. No, they start off as a good business because they have a good ethical structure and you like the technology, but then as soon as everyone's strapped in with
you get the money people in.
Yeah. And no one can get out of their services now because entire television networks, online stream, everyone is dependent on Premiere Pro and Photoshop.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore, but I'm saying that it's a lot harder for people to go away from that software now because they've got their grasps on them.
Yeah.
And the same thing's going to happen with the Metaverse. Is it looks all cool and open and free. They have with Oculus as well. It's you could have whatever account you want on Oculus. It wasn't connected to Facebook, and then Facebook got it, and then you had to have a Facebook account to have it, which they're removing. But again, that's just them trying to look like the good guy to begin with. But I think at the end of the day, if they are successful, which I'm not 100% sure they were going to be.
You don't think Facebook will be successful with Metaverse?
I think they... Now, I think they... from this trailer, everyone's just very... what's the word?
Skeptical?
Yeah, skeptical. It isn't like Steve Jobs saying, this is a phone, this is an iPhone. Everyone's nah. And
it's
you
not
use
like
it, and you're like, yeah.
Saying this just works.
Yeah, it's not like they say something and you try it and it's amazing.
It's not 16 times the detail, okay?
Yeah, no, it's not. Because they haven't built anything yet.
They've got nothing. They've got a CG trailer that looked like it was straight
and
out
a Quest 2 bunch of game apps and a few... Yeah, so...
VR's just not ready yet.
They need a lot of adaptations to what they have now, and the thing is as well, VR isn't...
uncomfortable and expensive.
Yeah, and it's
makes
not...
you feel motion sickness.
It's not dying. I think AR's going to take off more.
I hope not.
But I think people are still comfortable with their flat screens.
Yeah.
And networks like that.
Either give me something that is 100% immersive with complete sensation, I'm talking literally Matrix, or give me nothing.
Yeah, and it's going to take a lot of steps to get to that point. So I doubt we're going to get there. I reckon we're going to be the boomers who are like, nah, give me my 4K TV.
Yeah.
Stuff the metaverse. Like watching this like conference, I was like, crap. I'm gonna be that weird dude who's just like, nah, I run Linux on my machine. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna go into the metaverse. I'll probably play around with it, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to have my business and my livelihood in it.
Good. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Join the Fetaverse instead. It's Metaverse,
I'm probably
but
just gonna
decentralized.
live, by the ocean.
Take your van down to the river.
Yeah, and just
Tim Pool says the exact same thing. He said it like 3 years ago. Anyway, yeah, so Facebook evil.
yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg, lizard or robot?
Lizard.
You say lizard?
I say lizard.
I say the thing from They Live. Have you seen the movie They Live?
No, I haven't.
The guy puts on a pair of glasses and he looks at the billboards, and instead of it being like an advertisement of Coke, it says obey. And he looks at people wearing business suits, and they're all like they're actually hideous monsters. You ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't. You've seen too many movies.
John Carpenter's They Live. Go check it out. With Rodney Piper, the guy who did the voice for Arbiter. Anyway, anything else?
What are your thoughts on the metaverse?
Again, just give me complete immersion, so I can buy the edition of Skyrim that is in there, and just live in that. And
in your little Facebook pod?
yeah, and the Facebook pod. Have you seen the Amazon wellness things?
Yeah.
What was it called? The wage cage. Have you seen that? The wagey cagey? It's literally you walk in there and it tells you you're a great person. You deserve to be happy. Stuff like that. Have you seen Demolition Man?
No.
Came out in 1991, I'm pretty sure. And it's like on the side of the street, you could walk up to a booth and it's like, hey, you're a terrific person and a very sensitive man and you deserve to be happy. And it's like, oh, thanks. And it's just like all that crap, you know?
Yeah.
It's not real. We're literally going into Demolition Man, dude. We are.
You say that every episode.
I say it every episode. I've said it once, I've said it a million times, and it's always true. We're going into Demolition Man. Ted is a mess. Oh, there's the trailer for The Witcher Season 2, which looks much better than the first season. Doesn't have schlong armor. Yeah, Season 1 was a bit of a
I'm glad
mess.
I didn't watch very far into that.
Yeah, Season 1 wasn't very good. Season 2 looks pretty good, though. But then again, so did Season 1, so it's anyone's guess.
Well, I know Cyberpunk is getting more delays.
More.
More delays. They've missed 2 of their milestones, and they delayed it again.
Dude, they missed the milestone release.
They've-
By a mile.
Yeah, it's well, I haven't played it in ages. I feel like I should update the game and just see if it's broken.
worth it.
But
So, I'm checking nightly news, right? Nightly news from last week got 8.3k views. But the Low Effort review I did the other day only got 6k views. Guys, Low Effort review came out. Why aren't you watching it?
I mean, the thumbnail for some might be a bit distasteful.
Yeah, don't eat dinner while you look at the thumbnail. So, that's nightly news. How do we wrap this thing up?
Usually we just cut it at some point. I don't know exactly.